There's no if you do. Make sure no one is behind you. All clear.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $79 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
It's the Keith Byars Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, right here on Dayton's home of the Buckeyes, 1410 ESPN Radio. He's a former Buckeyes great and now a college football Hall of Famer. And don't forget about his 13 years of NFL experience playing for the Eagles, Dolphins, Jets, and the New England Patriots.
Watch for the great block by Keith Byars on Pepper Johnson. Bam! Right there. Byars just failed.
He's Dayton's own Keith Byars. It's the Keith Byars Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken on Dayton's home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, 1410 ESPN Radio.
Welcome. You're listening to the Keith Byars Radio Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. The phone number to give me a call, and we can talk about what's on your mind related to the sports world, is 937-518-1410. Again, 937-518-1410. That's 1410 Wing. Also, you can hit me on my social media as well, and that's at KAB41 is my Twitter handle. You can get in touch with me. So, wow, what a week. What a week. We're in the midst of the Olympics right now, but before I talk about the Olympics, we're still in the midst of the coronavirus. And I don't know if you guys have been reading the papers lately, but the last few days here in Ohio, we have not been good. Our numbers are starting to go up. You know, there's a Delta variant out there. And so for you non-vaccinated people, please get vaccinated. You know, please do what you have to do. Let's continue to wear our mask when we're around large gatherings. Keep a little social distance, because we do not want a repeat of last fall, how the numbers are spiking and we couldn't watch football and all your favorite sports and things of that nature. So let's continue. We've done a good job here in the late winter and early spring and early summer, but we are starting to get away from that. Guys, let's continue to do the right thing, and let's, do it. Let's stamp out this coronavirus into, weigh something in the background. So let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of one another. Black Lives Matter is not a slogan. It is a movement. So we can have to continue to do what we have to do to stomp out systematic racism in all shape, form, and fashion. And if not now, when? And it has to be. It's our time. It's our turn. So this generation be the one that stamp all this all out. My question of the day. So I mentioned Olympics just briefly earlier, but my question of the day, it has to be Olympic, related. It has to be. I mean, the Olympics have been on since a week ago last Friday. Was opening ceremonies, and we got a little bit more time to watch the Olympics. But what is your favorite summer Olympic sport? Your favorite summer Olympic sport? You think about that, Justin. We'll talk about that shortly. What is your favorite Olympic sport to watch during the summertime? I love the Olympics. Of course, I love the Summer Olympics more than I like the Winter Olympics, but that doesn't mean it's not that big a gap. I love the Winter Olympics and find out about different sports, like, what's that, curling, and the guys are just sweeping. A big old ball. I like to watch the skiers. And people ask me, hey, do you ski? I say, yes, I ski every 4 years at the Olympics. I watch it on Olympics, watch it on television. I get my Olympic fix watching the skiers. That's one of my favorite events in the wintertime. And of course, I love to watch the ice skating, the women's figure skating. I think that is so, fun to watch, and to watch those triple axels and all that good stuff. But that's during the wintertime, the Winter Olympics. But we're talking the Summer Olympics now. And it's way more sports, that's in the Summer Olympics than it is in the Winter Olympics. But it's still fun to watch. And it's only every 4 years. We had to wait a fifth year this year because of the pandemic. Instead of getting our Olympics in even number years in 2020, we had to wait till odd year, 2021. So the Tokyo Olympics are going well. Shout out to Naomi Osaka, who got to be the final anchor leg on the Olympic torch and got to light the cauldron the Olympic flame. That's a great honor, if you get the opportunity to do that. I mean, think of some of the people that have done that in the past. Muhammad Ali did it in 1996, in Atlanta. I think Rayford Johnson, did it in 1984. So everybody get the opportunity to be the last leg of that Olympic torch is just, or any leg of the Olympic torch is awesome, to do and to have that opportunity. So shout out to Naomi Osaka. But my favorite summertime Olympic sport, while you guys are home thinking about it, is track and field. I ran a little track and field in high school. In junior high, I was a long jumper. You run some relays, and then in high school, my high school track coach by the name of Randy Ragnar, who's one of the greatest high school track coaches of all time here in the state of Ohio. Randy tapped me on the shoulder. And he said, hey, I need you on the track team. I said, Randy, I play baseball, man. I play football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and baseball in the spring. And track is a spring sport. He said, I know, but you're going to run track this year. I'm like, this is my junior year in high school. So I didn't run my first 2 years in high school. And I was like, no, I'm not running track. I'm not quitting baseball. That's not going to happen. I love baseball too much, to quit just to go run track. And he said, well, think about it. I said, nothing to think about. I'm not running track. I will be at all the track meets and cheer my classmates on. But I had a baseball game. I'm too busy playing baseball. And he said, well, all your other, y'all ain't very good. I said, well, my team is not good. They're all running track. He said, my point exactly. I said, Coach, I can't do it. I'm going to cover center field. Anything hit out there, I'm going to go catch. And every time I get up to bat, I'm not going to bat 1,000, but I'm going to bat 600. I'm going to have a heck of a bat nap. I'm going to get on base. But long story short, he made it. He said, I tell you what, Keith, I need you on the track team. We're going to do big things. We're going to win a state championship. We got some great players, some great sprinters, and our best guy, which wasn't me, of course. It was a guy who was in Dayton by the name of Laren Brown, one of the greatest track and field runners in the state of Ohio. He went to my high school. We came out together. So he said, I got Laren doing everything, and he needs a rest. So I want to take him off one of the events so that he can do something else, and I need another sprinter. I know you can run. So I need you. And he said, I make the deal so good for you, you can't say no. So what's that? He said, well, most of y'all baseball games are through the week, Monday through Friday. And really Monday through Thursday, y'all don't really play too much on the weekends. And the big events that we have, like the Roosevelt Memorial event here in Dayton, the Dayton Relays, the Mansfield Relays, and all these big, track events are on the weekend. And a lot of times they're 2 days, they're Fridays and Saturdays. You're here. I'm seeing you in the stands cheering for your teammate. You ain't got nothing to do, so come on and run. So he made me off. He said, and you don't even have to come to practice, when y'all have a baseball obligation. So just come out and work. I need you on a 4x1 relay team. Wow, I can't beat that deal. I said, because you go to track practice, what do you do at track practice? You run. And then what do? You run some more, and then you're going to finish it off doing what? Running. Like, man, how y'all do this running? But I had to do it. And I'm glad he talked me into it and made me run. My senior year, where we won the state, I was a part of the team that won the state title as a junior. Shout out to Laren Brown for bringing home 38 points just by himself. Laren had second in the 100, first in the 200, first in the 400, and anchored the mile relay team. That's moving. We got first place in all those events. So my senior year, we repeated. We won the state championship again, but I was on the state championship winning 4x1 relay. So I love the 4x1 relay. I love track and field in the Olympics, but I specifically love the 4x1. And I ran the second leg on the 4x1. And if you guys follow track and field, that's really one of the most important legs. All the legs are important, but your anchor leg doesn't mean anything if the first three guys don't do anything. So my job being the second leg was, hey, you got to do it. And we ran at Rolfe High School. Everybody did multiple sports. And not only did we do multiple sports, our 4x1 relay team was made up with all football players. So that year, our seasonal best In track and field in high school, you get to be an All-American based on your merit, not just on the popularity. But if you're a sprinter and you won the 100, you can be an All-American 100 if you have like one of the top 10 times in the country. Then that makes you an All-American. And you're also, some people are multiple All-Americans and All-Americans in 100, 200, quarter mile, mile relay teams, and your team makes you an All-American. So needless to say, Larry Brown was a multiple sport All-American, track and field guy. But the 4x1 relay team at Rolfe High School, we was also, our 4x1 relay team was All-American because we ran 41.8, which was one of the top 10 times in the United States in 1982. And that team was led off by, he's a principal, now administrator in Trotwood School District right now. Great basketball player. He would have graduated from Rolfe, but when Rolfe closed, he ended up coming out of Dunbar High School, went on to play for Ohio State University, was a captain there, and had a little time with the Detroit Lions. Our first leg in high school was a guy named Michael McCrae. A lot of you guys in the Dayton area know who Mike McCrae is. He was our first leg. I was the second leg. And third leg was Larry Brown's younger brother, Quinthony Brown. Quinthony Brown was the third leg. I handed a stick to him, and we handed it to another guy by the name, God rest his soul, Derek Jones, another football player. All of us was football players, and Derek Jones was our anchor leg. And we all got together, won the state, won the 4x1 relay. We was All-American. So so you was All-American in track too? Yeah, because we had one of the top 10 times in the country that year. So, but that's why I love watching the 4x1 relay. It's coming up in a few days in Olympics. I love, and I'm a snob when it comes to American sprinters. We're supposed to win it every time. So when we didn't win the 100 the other day, I was a little upset about that. I got to jump on the American sprinters. Shout out to the other countries, Italy. Italy had their first 100-meter medal, even though he was born in the United States, but he has Italian mom. Nevertheless, he has dual. He could have chose either one. He chose Italy, and the guy won 100-meter dash in the Olympic final. So congratulations. But that's supposed to be an American award. I'm pro-American on those sprint awards. We're supposed to win those. So the 4x1 relay, Usain Bolt won't be running for Jamaica this year. So we better win the 4x1 relay and the men's and women. There's going to be some great, hot, contested races. But I sit back and I jump on my couch and I'll be screaming. I'll be running every time. Make sure don't get exchange. So I'm shouting. So I love the track and field, all those things that come together with it. But something that happened yesterday in the long jump final, it was, so they're going to split the medal. I've never seen that before. It was the guy from Italy, and I think the other long jumper, I think was from Qatar. They both had a couple of more. They was going to have a jump off to decide who was going to be the Olympic champion, Olympic gold. One was going to be gold, one was going to be the silver. And so the official said, you guys don't have to do it. You can just have co-champions. And they okayed it. They both looked at each other. I'm okay if we can both be gold. Yeah, and they hugged it out and they were both happy. And I was like, wait a minute. Guys, how many times you heard me and other shows complain about the trophy generation? Everybody gets a trophy. I'm pro everybody gets a trophy. Everybody should get a certificate of participation. But if some hardware, you have to earn that. And what better stage, somebody's going to win the gold, somebody's going to win the silver, somebody's going to win the bronze. You don't get an opportunity to say you don't want to split it. I totally disagree with that decision. To two teams get to the Super Bowl and we don't want to go overtime. A few years ago when the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots were tied in regulation, so they were supposed to say, let's get Super Bowl rings to everybody. No use playing overtime. No, somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. And the Olympic Committee, y'all do some strange things. That is probably one of the most strangest things I've ever seen or heard. We're talking the gold medal, and you're going to divide the medal up between, so where you go, gold, bronze, no silver? Stop it. That wherever that comes from, they need to correct that immediately. So Track and field is one of my favorite. That is my most favorite Olympic summer sport. A close second by gymnastics. Yeah, a close second by gymnastics. I love to watch gymnastics. The women's gymnastics, the guys' gymnastics. It's almost like men's tennis to me. Men's tennis is all about the power game. Who's going to ace each other? Bang, bang, 3 or 4 volleys. That's it. And so the men's gymnastics. I mean, it's okay. It's strength. It's powerful. The pommel horse, the rings. I can't do any of that stuff, but I like to watch it. But the women's gymnastics is the best. And shout out to Simone Biles. She's going to participate in her final program event tomorrow night. We're probably sometime 14 13 hours ahead of us, probably shortly. She's going to do the balance beam. She's going to compete in the balance beam individual final tomorrow officially on Tuesday. So wish her the best. And I would be remiss not to mention the women's all-around final. Sunisia Lee was Olympic American all-around gold medalist. I love to see that. For so many years, the European and the Russians would dominate that, but Mary Lou Wetton in 1984 kind of changed that. She won the first all-around in a long time for American gymnasts, and we haven't looked back, at that time. And so it's gone on, and from Gabby Douglas to Simone Biles, now Sunisia Lee. Oh, just awesome, to watch. And I'm glad my daughters never considered being gymnasts, because I couldn't take it. I can watch somebody else's daughter do all those flips on the balance beam and the floor exercise and the vault. But my daughter, I'm like, I'd be like, oh no, you sure you want? I would support anything you do, but it'd be tough for me, to watch. And even though I don't have any children in this sport, I'm always uneasy until they get off and dismount and they're okay. I don't wish for none of them to fall, and certainly don't wish none of them to be hurt. But, I definitely enjoy watching it. And swimming, I enjoy watching swimming too. That, I said my favorite one was track and field. Number 2 was gymnasts. And number 3 would have to be the swimming. And I've always been impressed with things I can't do. So I can't swim. And so if you ever see me in the water, no, I'm in the shallow end. And if you think I'm drowning, I am drowning. Save me. So I love to watch the men and women swim. They'll swim it. I'm not at a mixed relay final. I don't know if you guys been watching swimming, but the men was in lane 1. Not favored to win. But that was, man, the butterfly, the breaststroke, backstroke, and the freestyle. Oh, are you enjoying Olympics as much as I am? Because I'm going on and on talking about the Olympics, all the different things that I've been watching, and enjoy it, because it only happens every 4 years. So enjoy it while we can. And a quick sidebar, have you guys been watching Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart highlight the Olympics? It's must-see TV, guys. It's on the Peacock Network. Pull up your computers and look at some of those old shows. It is hilarious. Hilarious commentary. That's all I'm going to say about that. But watch it. So the Olympics only happen every 4 years. We had to wait a 5th year, for these Olympics. So enjoy them. Enjoy them. Whatever your favorite. I mean, I was watching the skeet shooting. I don't know how. I really wasn't watching. I was just waiting for the puff of smoke. Because how do you see it? Oh, what a shot! Oh, there's smoke. Okay, okay. They don't miss. I'm like, wow. Equestrian. The horses. I mean, it is so much to watch. And so my wife said, "What are you watching?" I'm watching Olympics, honey. You've been doing that all day. I know, honey, but I love it. I should be sleeping, and I'm turning the TV on, watching Olympics, and watching all these different sports. And it's just fun. It's fun. So enjoy it. I mean, hey, football training. I'm going to talk about football a little bit. Football training camp, it's just got open. So all the teams are in training camp now. And all the teams are optimistic about what's going to happen. So we're going to talk about some football on the other side. But in the meantime, Want to hear your favorite question, your favorite Summer Olympic sports event. You listen to the Keith Byars Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken.
Justin Kenner jumping in here real quick just to remind everybody that, again, the new call-in number for all of our local shows, 518-1410, 518-1410. That's the new number to jump in on the conversation, especially right now with the Keith Byars Show. Again, training camp open. Keith can jump into all of that coming up here around the corner. 518-1410. Also, register to win a free family pack of a free family 4-pack of Reds tickets, and of course, our Reds ticket giveaway presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken as well. You can register at wingam.com. Head to wingam.com right now and register to win a free family 4-pack of Reds tickets to an upcoming game at Great American Ballpark. Reds are rolling, and it's a good time right now to be a Reds fan. Even Keith, who's a Pirates fan. Actually, we got Pirates tickets for you this weekend.
This weekend?
I believe it's this weekend or the following weekend. Bottom line, we got lots of tickets.
All right.
We're going to get Keith. Last time you were in Cincinnati for the Pirates, I believe it was the big old brawl with Puig, right?
Yeah, it was. Puig's last game as a Red.
It was a memorable one.
It was a
and
memorable
game,
and I was there.
Will there be more memorable moments?
I hope some more
Reds
fireworks when I show up.
Probably not between the Pirates and Reds, but again, it's your team. So there you go. Register again at wingam.com. It's the Cincinnati Reds family 4-pack of Reds ticket giveaway here on 1410 ESPN Radio, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Keith Byars will be back in just a moment.
The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will help with all your car care needs. Whether you're shopping for parts, accessories, or supplies, we've got you covered. Right now, get Superior Cover-All Tire Shine 2 for $16. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. Keep your car looking like new. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So the dream was to build your very own law practice, be your own boss, call all the shots. But have things like billing, HR, timekeeping, and all the other management stuff turned your dream into a nightmare? Take charge of your practice with Lexicon. We're the intersection of practice management software and legal support services for your firm. You'll get more billable and livable hours back. Lexicon marks the spot for all your practice management needs. Visit lexiconservices.com/intersection to get the whole story or schedule a demo.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Save now on Pro Essentials with Lowe's Pro Summer Savings. Save on select appliance special values. Plus, save an additional $50 when you buy 2 or more appliances, each priced $396 or more. You'll also find savings on tools and more throughout the store. At Lowe's, the new home for pros. Must ask cashier to apply discount in store. Online must use promo code. Can't be combined with any other discounts. See Lowe's.com for exclusions and terms. Valid 7/15 through 8/4. U.S. only.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a really big tree near your garage. Now, I'm a really big tree on your garage and car. And if you don't have the right insurance, the cost to fix this could leave you wishing money grew on trees. So bundle your home and auto with Allstate to save up to 25% and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Auto prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
He's a former Buckeyes great and now a college football Hall of Famer. And don't forget about his 13 years of NFL experience playing for the Eagles, Dolphins, Jets, and the New England Patriots. He's Dayton's own Keith Byars. Hang out with him every Monday at noon on the Keith Byars Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken.
Don't wait to get a new job. Express Employment Professionals is hiring for more than 35,000 jobs. Find your local Express office at expresspros.com or on the Express Jobs app.
School's out for summer! But if your business is running QuickBooks, you'll never get a break. Their manual processes, integration difficulties, and glitchy delays will leave you scrambling for the numbers you need. Failing to graduate to NetSuite will leave you stuck in summer school while your friends party. NetSuite by Oracle is the #1 cloud financial system. No matter how big your business grows, with visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more, NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. Automate your processes with NetSuite and close your books in no time. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control since graduating to NetSuite. Special financing is back. NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind financing program to those ready to graduate.
Head to netsuite.com/radar right now. netsuite.com/radar. netsuite.com/radar.
There's something special about a sit-down family meal together. At Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, we couldn't agree more. That's why we're making it easy with our 8-piece family meal for only $22.99. Enjoy a classic family meal without the hassle. It includes 8 mixed pieces of Famous Recipe Chicken, 2 large sides, and 4 fluffy biscuits. At Lee's, making your family's meal special is what we do best. Get a home-style meal made easy with our 8-piece family meal for only $22.99. Only at Lee's. Famous for chicken.
Update the look of your home and save with new Mastercraft doors from Menards. Choose from our in-stock selection, including pre-finished doors, or design your door for free in-store or on Menards.com with our door designer. Save 11% on all Mastercraft door systems. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through August 7th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
The Dave single from Wendy's made with fresh, never frozen beef has the power to blow your mind. But now that the Dave single is buy one, get one for $1, as well as the spicy or classic chicken sandwich and the spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, Wendy's BOGO for $1 deal is gonna blow your mind and your speakers. Get these faves. BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with combo or any other offer.
Unhappy at your job, you don't really have a career, you have a job, or maybe you're out of work altogether. Listen to me. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have 0 computer experience. Sound too good to be true? Go to mycomputercareer.edu. Take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes, meet just twice a week. Financial aid, including a GI Bill, is available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzzed driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You can kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says I'm a catch more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn unlimited 4% cash back on dining out or in, 4% back on entertainment or on popular streaming, And now, 3% back at grocery stores so you can make the cake that makes her day.
Happy birthday to you.
So earn unlimited cash back for going out or staying in with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday. Turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? You've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Benito's line cook just threw in his kitchen towel.
This order needs to go out right now.
He needs to find help before his customers are left waiting.
I'm so sorry. We'll be right with you. Who's got table 6?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Keith Byars Radio Show presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. As you can tell, I have some food in my mouth. I'm trying to swallow it and not choke. But the phone number to call is 937-518-1410. And that's just not really professional at all. Well, it's
I'll come in for the save for a few minutes. I mean, I just said 10 seconds, boom, you're back on, and you don't chew as fast as me, apparently. So there you go. But yes, welcome back. I'm stalling. Welcome back to the Keith Byars Show. There we go. We presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken.
Well, before I went to break, I was talking about the Olympics, and I said, Justin, I want to get your favorite sport. So now's a good time for you to answer that question. And my question of the day: what is your favorite Olympic sport? Mine is track and field. Close second was gymnastics. Followed third was swimming. Men and women swimming. So what is yours?
For me, I mean, I'm boring and simple with it. I just, it's basketball for me just because I like following
see basketball all the time.
I know, but I'm also,
when the Milwaukee Bucks won it, they already said they're the world champions. So
and they probably beat this USA team too with the way they've looked at times, to be honest with you. No, I guess swimming. Swimming is pretty exciting to watch. Like when me and a big group of my friends and we get together on the weekends, we'll have that on in the background and we'll just pick a lane and
can you swim?
Scream and holler. I could float.
Oh, okay. You save yourself, not others.
I could find a ledge to lean upon. I think I could swim. I'm not doing any of the fancy stuff in the pool by any means.
Okay.
So, but no, swim. Any of the swimming events are fun to watch. Some of the gymnastic stuff. There's not an event that I sprint to watch.
Really?
Like the Winter Olympics, hockey is. I'm not a big hockey fan. I don't sprint to check score updates for hockey games. But when the Winter Olympics come, I'm a huge hockey fan for whatever reason. I just think
American or just
you
got a favorite country?
I mean, obviously, you don't
watch the Jamaican hockey team?
But it's the USA games that I really get jacked up for, just because I feel like it's the one time where hockey is just like where everyone's unified for hockey instead of it's hockey. Like it's hockey in the Olympics to where any other time it's like it's hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
At least in my circles.
I agree
at least
with
in
that.
my circles.
I agree with that. I mean, and track. I mean, Olympics. I never grew up with the dream of being an Olympian because it wasn't an Olympic sport growing up. I mean, baseball wasn't an Olympic sport when I was a kid. So I never said, well, I want to be able to represent my country, at the Olympics one of these days. I never had that dream because I wasn't into track and field. or any other the summer events, and the winter events necessarily wasn't an option for me either. So that's why I can sit back and enjoy it as strictly as a fan. Just like some people love football, never had any aspirations ever wanting to play it, so they're enjoying it strictly from a fan point of view, and a lot of other major sports as well. But it only comes every 4 years. So the dedication for the athlete, this is your moment. You've been dreaming of this, not necessarily all your life, but a lot of times all your life. And I saw somebody false start in the Olympic final or the 100-meter dash. I'm like, it's hard to even qualify for the Olympic final in the 100 meters. And you false start now? No matter how your rest of your career goes from here, that in 2021, you false started, bro. You false. And he did the same thing in the British trials. But yet they put him on the team anyway. Oh, I'm glad I'm not in Great Britain right now. Some people are upset. He jumped and y'all put him on there and he jumped again. I should have been on there. Well, but that person didn't make the team because of that. So everybody has their bit of controversy. I mean, so what about the Americans didn't even place in the women's 100-meter fast? I mean, Jamaica swept it, gold, silver, and bronze. And there's probably somewhere Sha'Carri Richardson is like, that should have been me. And we've already talked about that on this show. I feel for her, but I cannot agree. You broke the rule. I mean, I wish they would have changed the rule or whatever. They would have placed her on upon there. But where's your 4 years of dedication with 5 of this year? Out the window. Lifelong dream out the window. Will you be around in 2024? I don't know.
Yeah, like think back to your playing days. You had injuries, like you're out for the season. It's like, well, less than 365 days, I'll be back out there. And even then, that seems like an eternity. Like, right. You look at the situation with Carson Wentz and the Colts right now. Who knows what his future is for this upcoming season, but at least a year from now, we'll be talking about him gearing up for the upcoming season, whether it's with the Colts or whoever. But for these events, it's 4 years. So that's what made the Richardson storyline much bigger, is because, for the what she had done, the penalty for it just seems so much more severe, because it's not just, oh, you're out for an event or you're suspended for a day. You're missing an event that you trained 4 years for, and you won't be able to compete in this setting again for another 4 years. So yes, it is a huge deal, because everything that they're putting on the line, it's not like they started practicing. But by the way, camp, NFL season opens up in a month. Camp starts a month before. That's not how the Olympics work. These cats aren't training.
Get them next year.
Yeah, they don't have an Olympics training. Yeah, they don't have an Olympics training camp that starts a month before the Olympics. They're busting their behinds for years and years and years for these one events that just seem to fly by in a matter of weeks.
No, you're right. I mean, the other thing I have that's even remotely close to that is when I broke my foot in college. Mm-hmm. All my life, I dreamed of playing in the National Football League. And so when I broke my foot my senior year in college, and went from everything is in doubt now, are you going to be able to play your senior year? Are you even going to be able to turn professional? And I only played a few games my senior year, and then going into the NFL draft, it was a doubt.
That's why your coach called you a medical reject. How about that? You wore that with pride too. I mean,
yeah, exactly. On this side of the argument,
exactly.
But at that time, I was like, "Wow,
that's a little harsh."
I said, "He doesn't know me that way. He never met me. Why would he say such a thing?" But you saw your dreams possibly going away. So these dreams, I mean, the people that participate in this Olympics, there's no guarantee you're going to be back here in 4 years. I don't care who you are. I mean, look at what happened with Simone Biles in 2016. Well, we can't wait to 2020. Well, 2020 didn't happen because of the pandemic. Now we're at 2021. And now,
so a decade almost will go by between her competing.
Yeah, but this is it. I don't think she's going to be around in 2024 from the competitive standpoint. She was even thinking about retiring after 16. And she took a couple of years, then took some time off. But, so when we see her tomorrow, that could be it as far as her Olympic, participation as an athlete. We'd love to see her, as a commentator in the years, in the future. But I don't know what her future holds for her. And she's only 24. But you don't see very many 28, 32-year-old gymnasts other than that lady. What's that, from Romania? Well, she's 46, and she just ended her Olympic dreams. But that's why you have to do it, at the now. right now. I mean, somebody in 2016, Laura Hernandez, and the human emoji she was very popular, one Dancing with Stars, and she didn't qualify. She tried to make the 2021 team, and she came up short. But we can talk about Olympics, for the rest of the show. I mean, I really love it, but I have to talk about the NFL as well. Training camp is underway. All 32 teams are in training camp, and who had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the Super Bowl in August 2nd, 2020? Nobody. So it is full of optimism. All 32 teams are very optimistic on how this season is going to end. And that's what training camp is about. Whether you're a seasoned vet like Tom Brady or unrestricted free agent who signed as unrestricted free agent, rookie, here in August trying to make the team. You have the same goal, is to make the team and to be a Super Bowl champion. And everything that comes in between that time. This is when dreams are realized, and unfortunately, this is where dreams are crushed. I mean, this is where dreams end a lot of times for a lot of athletes during training camp. And something I always said in my whole career, and I learned it when I was in Philadelphia, that football brings us together, but football can never tear us apart. And I was in Tennessee last weekend at Eddie George's golf tournament, and I saw one of my teammates from the Philadelphia Eagles. We saw a couple of them, and we were in the same draft class. I saw Seth Joyner and Clyde Simmons, and my wife had never met Clyde Simmons. She said, "I never met him. He played with you?" I said, "Yeah." And when we saw each other, it was like we saw each other the day before. I mean, we were just like two kids. We sit there and hugged it out like, "Oh man, brother, I miss you. I miss you. Oh man, I know you." So it was just an immediate rebonding, because the bond is always going to be there between us. It's never going to be broken. And we call ourselves the 86ers. Why the 86ers? That was the year we got drafted. And when I was with the Eagles, every year we would take a picture together. And man, that's 86ers, we still hanging around in this league. And so we would always take a picture when all three of us get together. So last week we took a picture, the 86ers, of the Philadelphia Eagles. And I said it to my wife, with Clyde and Seth. I said, "Y'all know our motto, football brought us all together. It never tears us apart." They said it right. And she's like, "Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from with that." So, we're bonded for life. So some of these relationships that the guys were, in training camp, that they would, they're bonding together and meeting, each other from different colleges, NFL training camp. Some of them are going to be, not all, but majority of them are going to be, life sustaining. Your whole life, you're going to have a bond with some of your teammates that they will, go on. And it comes with a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that you share with each other throughout training camp and throughout the regular season and seasons upon each other. And like with me, Seth, and Clyde, when I was in Philadelphia, when we lost in the playoffs, no, in Philadelphia, you lose in the playoffs. Oh, you don't want to be there because they don't want to let you have it. So we would just get on the plane, man, where we going? We need, for our mental health, we got to get out of town. And so a lot of times we would jump on a plane. What time the flight leave? Let's go to Orlando. Let's just play golf and not listen. This is before Twitter and before social media and 24-hour news. We didn't, before cell phones. We're still, you had a car phone, but you didn't have no cell phone on your hip. And we would just go to Orlando and let's go play golf. Let's just go play golf and not watch Sports Center, and let's just, decompress this long, hard season. We would go play golf for like 3 or 4 days. And you ready to go back home? To face the music of how this season ended. And you needed those mental health days. Just to get away and unwind and just share some time, with your guys. But that's another point. But right now, we're in training camp. And I said, who would have had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl? They hadn't been in the playoffs in 10 years. And then they make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. So this time of the year, it is full of optimism. for every NFL team. Even Urban Meyer down in Jacksonville. He's going to have a rookie starting quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and they're thinking Super Bowl or bust. Why not? It's never happened. A rookie quarterback leads his team to the Super Bowl. But it may happen one day. It may happen one day. But everybody is, full of optimism. And now I look at the AFC North. That's the conference that we live in, the division that we live in here in Southern Ohio. Which team has made the biggest improvement this offseason? I say it all the time. If you want to have a good regular season, you have to have a good offseason. So between the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, who's made the most improvement? Because you can't just sit idly by. Who's favored to win a division? Shout out to the Cleveland Browns for giving Nick Chubb some money. 3-year contract extension. I think it was, I don't even remember I think the number was $30 million for the next 3 years, but it doesn't matter. It's a lot of money. But you're doing the right things by locking him up. And you're saying to him, you're not saying, well, we'll see how this season goes. We'll see if we can sign you next year. You're making him one of your centerpieces of your success. And this is probably the first time, I don't know what the national pundits have, nor do I care if you can listen to this show when they mention any length of time. But who do I have the favorite to win the AFC North? Is it the Browns? Is it the Bengals? Is it the Ravens or the Steelers? I'm going to give you the answer right now. Drum roll. I can't play the drums, but that's my drum roll. I have the favorite to win the AFC North is the Cleveland Browns. They haven't been favored to win their division since when? Bernie Kosar's group? That would be about the last time the Cleveland Browns been going into the season favored to win. So I have them, I think they have the biggest upside and the potential to grow upon what they built upon the last couple of years. Yes, they made the division. They made the playoffs last year, won a game in the playoffs, but they weren't division champs. You had to go on the road to Pittsburgh, in that divisional round, in that wild card round, if you will. You don't want to do that. You don't. I don't think the AFC North. It's hard to say, but last year they got 3 teams in the playoffs out of 4. That rarely happens, not never, but rarely happens. I doubt if it's going to happen this year because of the improvement of other divisions. So the Cleveland Browns, you got to win your division. That would be, taking another step, win your division. And right now, there's some of the changes they've made in the health of their team. They're getting Odell Beckham back. Baker Mayfield is, going into his 4th year as starting quarterback. Hey, it's time to make that move. You guys are entering your prime years. It's time to make that move and not just win a division. You could be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of last year. Who has the Cleveland Browns winning the Super Bowl in 2021? Before the season starts. Anybody? I'm sure a lot of people in Ohio do. A lot of Cleveland Browns fans have them win the Super Bowl. But if you can't believe it, you can't achieve it. You have to believe you're going to be there. You got to say, nobody's better than us, not arrogantly, but you got to feel like, hey, I don't care who we play, where we play, we're going to play. We're not scared. I hate being around people that's not as confident as I am when it comes to competition. You want to surround your people with that. Surround guys like that. Man, you see who y'all play? Ooh, you heard about that? Man, you don't care. They got to play us. Anytime, anywhere. We don't care if it's a Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. We're ready to play football. That's the attitude you have to have on a winning team. Anytime, anywhere, anybody. You're ready to play. And that's what the good teams are. That's what they bring to the table. They not, oh, so-and-so can't play. I hope that guy can't play. You don't care if they play because you know who you are. You got to have that kind of confidence, that kind of swag. And that starts from the top and it trickles down throughout the locker room and everyone associated with it. That's how winning teams win. Look what Tampa Bay did last year. and learn from it. They went in the Green Bay NFC Championship game and win? Where else did they go? They went to Washington and won. I'm missing one. Who else did Justin? Who else? Well, Tampa Bay's journey.
They'd be Washington in the wild card.
Washington wild card. I can't remember who they beat.
Who did they face in week 2? Was it the Saints? It was Drew Brees. Yeah.
They went to New Orleans.
They went to so they had to win at Washington,
with New Orleans,
at New Orleans, and then at Green Bay,
and then at Green Bay,
and then return home,
and then return home to win Super Bowl. That's a heck of a journey. That's winning football.
So Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and the quarterback for the Washington football team, whoever that guy was. Fill in the blank. That's how you win. That's winning football. That's the mentality you want to surround yourself with. Cincinnati Bengals, do you have it? Do you have it? I don't, I'm not going to sit up here and bash the Bengals. There's no reason to. But are you going to be that team? Are you going to be that team that we'll talk about? Man, who had the Cincinnati Bengals winning the Super Bowl last year? Hey, that's what we'll find out. Somebody's going to win the Super Bowl. It won't be like the Olympic Committee. It won't be co-Super Bowl champs. Somebody's going to be it. And if you're a Bengals fan, or it doesn't matter, you look at your schedule, you don't care who's on there. You got your divisional games. You know who you got in non-divisional games and who got home and who you got away. But winning teams, figure it out. Don't make no excuses. You win on Sunday. Talk about it on Monday. Maybe enjoy a little bit of it on Tuesday, but come Wednesday, it's a whole new week. Forget about what happened last week. Whether you won, lost, or draw, forget about it and move on. You have to turn the page. And as we go on, I talk about every year how you break the 17 games down in the quarters. So you have to do that. Stay focused 1 week at a time. And it is a long season. Here it is. We're talking about training camp, but it goes fast. Next thing you know, we're going to be talking about the playoffs. And season be over with. And remember, it don't seem that long ago now, we were celebrating the end of the Super Bowl, and we was like, wow, here comes all season. But the all season comes fast, but it's like a cycle that moves, continuously. And that was in February, and here we are, August. It's not, how many more weeks of summer we got? 6 weeks of summer? Wow, summer be over soon. And we're just like, wow, I can't believe it's August already. It's August 2nd, according to my calendar. August the 2nd. But time does fly, and you have to enjoy it. Get down there and hopefully, like I said at the top of the show, we're still in the midst of coronavirus. Let's take care of ourselves, because we want to sell out all these football stadiums from high school, college, and pro, and get out there and watch them with no restrictions. But to do that, let's take care of one another. But in the meantime, guys, get out and do random acts of kindness to your fellow man. Look out for one another. You've been listening to the Keith Byars Radio Show, presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. I'll see you next time.